originally from the Bayou State of Louisiana. Here at Cajun Roots Reseller, you make me an offer and I'll take it. You got the dollars, go see Johnny, he's got it all. Let him have it with no problem. See the special man, see the special man. You got the dollars, make me an offer. New England Kajun Roots, Johnny understands. Johnny understands. Let him have it with no problem. See the special man, see the special man. I say, I say, I say. Who says I say, I say? Johnny says I say, I say. When everyone says no, Johnny say yes. Special man.
First in the mornings, originally from the Bayou State of Louisiana.
I got my coffee, I got my dollars, and I'm looking for deals. Am I at the right place?
I say, here at Cajun Roots Reseller, you give me an offer and I'll take it.
Bless you, my child. Let me introduce myself. I'm Sister Mary Agnes. You may have heard about me from my friend Cajun Roots Reseller, Johnny. I met Johnny many years ago when he was purchasing furniture from Frankie and Johnny's in Louisiana. They were not going to give him credit, and I vouched for him. I said, let him have it with no problem. He's got the dollars. See the special man.
Let him have it with no problem.
Johnny understand. Let him have it with no problem. See the special man. I say,
I'm Johnny's Don't Girl. I'm here to say subscribe, hit the bell, not my belly button, and share out his shows. Always give him a thumbs up. You can even become a member. Buy him a coffee and follow his other channels like the cooking shows, my favorites, his fur babies, and more. Leave a comment. And when you watch a video, you're showing him your support.
Hi, I was looking for some jewelry. I'm going to be getting married soon. No, I don't have any credit.
Well, here at Cajun Roots Reseller, if you own a fixed income, even if it's on a sale in the Cajun Roots Reseller eBay store, guess what? Send an offer. We'll let you have it with no problem.
Johnny has many auctions. Chat shows in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening, and best is Monday night bingo, where it's all free and you can win prizes. All are welcome, but there's no drama or negativity tolerated on any of his channels. Now go, child, with my blessings. Watch Cajun Roots Reseller. Love always. Be kind to one another and have a blessed day.
First in the mornings, originally from the Bayou State of Louisiana. Here at Cajun Roots Reseller, you make me an offer and I'll take it. You got the dollars, go see Johnny, he's got it all. Let him have it with no problem. See the special man, see the special man. You got the dollars, make me an offer. New England Kajun Roots, Johnny understands. Johnny understands. Let him have it with no problem. See the special man. Let him have it with no problem. See the special man.
Hello, good morning and welcome on this TGIF. How's everybody doing this morning? It's currently 66 degrees here in Massachusetts. First in the chat was Regina. Hello, good morning and welcome. And how are you doing? And yes, it's Friday. Kevin, hello, good morning and welcome. And Danielle, hello, good morning and welcome. And Scarlett, hello, good morning and welcome. And how are you doing? Carol, hello, good morning and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see you. Ellen, hello, good morning and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see you. Robert's in the house. Hello, good morning and welcome again, Robert. You got your cupcakes? No donuts today? I saw that in the chat. Yeah, somebody asked. Jennifer, hello, good morning and welcome. And little Debbie, hello, good morning and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see y'all. Welcome. Myra, hello, good morning and welcome. Great show this morning, by the way. I was listening a lot about while I was pulling orders and packing. Angie, hello, good morning and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see you. And Glenn, well, I understand. But be careful on that road going to work. Don't work too hard either. Claudette, hello, good morning and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see you. Welcome. Let's see who else is here. From the lurker corner. Uh-oh. She lurking? Nah, not Carol. Let's see who else is here. No, Craig, I strung it out long enough just for you to be here for that. Yep. I knew you were lurking. Good morning, by the way. Yeah, I let that go long enough just for you. Yeah, just for you. Yeah, right. Mark and Mike, hello, good morning and welcome. And how are y'all doing? And Miss Denise, hello, good morning and welcome. Oh, and Mark, I will be calling you today because I got something I want to run by you. Some thoughts about something. Ashley, hello, good morning and welcome. I was thinking about this last night. I figured I'd talk to you about that today. Good morning, Ashley. How are you doing? Good to see you. Isn't that bad? It's something good. No, that's you, Craig. Not Carol. No, that's you. Let's see. Also, yeah, that's right. Not you. That's Craig's job. Yep. This weekend, I believe, is it this Sunday? Strong Minds Sharon, his birthday is this Sunday. So if you see her, and I know she does lives usually every day she's been doing a live, let her know and tell her happy birthday. Oh, we were? We were going to talk today anyway. Okay. Okay. I didn't know that, but okay. Yeah, I was thinking about something last night. So I need to talk to you about that. So, okay, that'll work. Well, today we're going to go right into the show because we've got a great lineup of stuff that was sent in. There were some things from Angie, Carol. I'm looking at Ashley. Let's see. Yep, Angie's Oddities. So we got a lot of great stuff to show this morning, and I am looking forward to this because when I saw some of these items, like, no way, but yes way. So I am looking forward to having this today. I am working outside for now. Okay. Stay hydrated. I say leave it. I say you leave it too then. Okay. Leave it for us. And Mike, hello, good morning and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see you. Welcome. Long time no see. That's right. We sure do. Let's see here. Everybody's saying hello. Claudette. 1 and 3, 69. Okay. So anywho, we're going to go ahead and get started on our segment for today's show. And let me get that ready. Let's get ready to get into the show.
It's time for everybody's favorite segment where we ask, would you buy it or would you leave it? The game show that asks, when you're out and about sourcing, would you buy it for resale? How much you would pay for it? Or would you leave it? And now the host of Would You Buy It or Would You Leave It, Johnny Cajun Roots Reseller.
All right, let's get started. Let me share my screen here. Add the second screen. And this first few items were sent in by Angie's Oddities. Let me switch my setup here. Like that. All right. The first item is, thank God I got multiple screens. It's a Disney's Bear In the Big Blue House, wind-up scrolling musical story from 1999, and she sold this on Macari. This was very popular back in the early 2000s, and this was just a toy. And why is it not going? Oh, here we go. Let's see here. Okay, why aren't the pictures showing here? Come on. What's going on? Work with me. All right, what's going on here? It's not going to show the pictures? Let me stop sharing for a minute. I might have to refresh the page. I might have too many tabs open. I'm getting the circle of death. Is my internet still? I hope it's not out. Okay, there we go. I think it's working. All right, let me remove it. Let me add it back. There we go. There we go. All right. Here's the pictures. And there goes the price. Shoot. Why is it doing it to me? All right. Add it back. It's giving me problems today. All right. And there's the back of it. It's a small one. All right, let's see what the chat's saying here. Let's see here. All right, let's see. Starting with Carol says, pick it up for $2 and sell it for $45. Myra says, pick this up for 11 cents and sell it for $11.13. Miss Denise says, I'd pick this up for $1 and sell it for $22.95. Regina says, I'd pick this up for $1 and sell it for $25. That's a lot of tabs. Yep, it sure is. And I got that on two monitors besides the computer. Yeah, it is. Ashley says, because that's a lot of things for today. Ashley says, pick this up for $5 and sell it for $27.99. Claudette says, pick this up for $3.50 and sell it for $22. Colleen, hello, good morning and welcome, Colleen. How are you doing? Good to see you. Welcome. Angela, hello, good morning and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see you. Welcome. Colleen says, pick this up for $3 and sell it for $30. Robert says, I would leave it. I would probably pick this up because I've sold one of these before. I love finding bears in Big Blue. And I've never heard of this one particular one, but I've sold some similar to this before. All right. So this was sent in by Angie's Oddities. And she picked this up at a rummage sale for $2 about a month ago. And she got it listed, and it sold 3 days later. It only took 3 days to sell on Macari. And she sold it for $45. And only picked it up for $2. It only took 3 days to sell. Not bad. Not a bad. Close that tab. Let's close this tab. And now we're going to go to this Barbie. It's a Mattel Vintage 1966 Barbie Julia doll, twist and turn, African American, made in Japan. All right, why am I getting this notification down there? Got it. Let me do this before it happens to do something with the price. Remove. Got it. There we go. Come on. There we go. Okay. That means I have to click on it. For some reason, the arrows aren't working. All right, here we go. Where's my tab? Right here. Let's see here. Angela. Nice. I was close. Johnny, I am going to mow the grass. It's going to be at least an hour before. Okay. No problem. All right. Robert says, pick this up for $2 and sell it for $30. Regina says pick this up for $5 and sell it for $75. Mara says pick this up for $2.59 and sell it for $18.76. Claudette says pick this up for $4 and sell it for $55. Carol says pick this up for $2 and sell it for $55. Denise says pick this up for $1 and sell it for $20. Colleen says I'd pick this up for $1 and sell it for $20 as well. Ashley says pick this up for $5 and sell it for $45. Let me show you the pictures. Bright yellow bikini. Bathing suit. Red hair. 1966, made in Japan. All right. Angela says, pick this up for $1 and sell it for $22.98. All right, so Angie's Oddities picked this up at a garage sale for $3. And it sold overnight. When listed, it sold overnight for a full asking price of $55. There was two y'all right on the nose. She picked the two and sold it for $55. Close that one. I love it when I can close two tabs at the same time. All right, this next item is a U-Tools Skippy Sit Plush Limited Edition. It is, let's see if there's any other information. 2022. This is from 2022. It is a retired piece. 2022. Wow. Show you the pictures. Never heard of this one. Skippy. Designed in Canada. That's the first time I hear that brand. So would you pick this up or would you leave it? If you were to buy it, what would be the most you'd pay for it and how much you think it might have sold for? Yep. There was a couple of you really close. Robert says pick this up for $1 and sell it for $15. Ms. Denise says I'd pick this up for $2 and sell it for $25. Claudette says pick this up for $3 and sell it for $28. And I would pick it up only because I've never heard of this brand before, just to check it out. That's just me. Colleen says pick this up for 50 cents and sell it for $18. Regina says pick this up for $1 and sell it for $25. Carol says pick this up for $2 and sell it for $45. Yeah, I've never heard of this brand, but what I saw it sold for, I would definitely pick this one up. I sure would. If I found that one somewhere. As long as I could pick it up for a good price. Ashley says pick this up for $3 and sell it for $20. Myra says pick this up for $1.23 and sell it for $14.65. I think, Myra, you like doing that just to hear me say those numbers, right? Angela says pick this up for $2 and sell it for $33. Angie, I love it. I love it. Thank you for sharing these items with us on this for today. Let's see here. It is a retired piece, limited edition. Teddy bear not included. That's right. Yes, I know now. She picked this up. Let's see. She listed this. How many of these are worth good money? My daughter listed this on July 4/27, and it did sell on the July the 5th on eBay. And so this was something her daughter had. Y'all ready for this? Y'all might want to look for these items. This brand, because I know I would be. It sold for $100. One Hyundai. A Benji. 100. Yeah. And her daughter listed it for her. For her daughter. Yeah. What is exactly right? That's what I said when I opened it. Exactly. That was an awesome set. But wait, there's still more to come. Wait till y'all see what's up for today. Now, the ones that Carol sent me from her husband, I've never saw anything like that before. So wait to see what those are. Let's see. Ellen, hello, good morning, and welcome. I'd be interested in the list of the folks that buy these items to send them a VIP invite to my auctions. Thank you. I hear that, boo. All right, so this next item, let me clear out another tab here. Close this tab over here, and we go to the next item. Now, this next item is a puzzle, a 500-piece puzzle at that, and it's called The Art of TSR. The Art of TSR. It's from 1995. Raid on Nightmare Castle D&D. New in box. Show the pictures. It's a 15.5 by 18-inch puzzle from 1995. I'm assuming Dungeons and Dragons for D&D. I'm assuming is what that means. I'm not familiar with it. But another great find. Yes, many are worth picking up. They range from 30. Yeah, I'm definitely going to be looking for those. Robert says pick this up for $3 and sell it for $25. Colleen says pick this up for $2 and sell it for $65. Pie and sell it for $32.86. That's what Mara says. Regina says pick this up for $2 and sell it for $55. Miss Denise says pick it up for $3 and sell it for $65. Claudette says I'd buy this for $3 and sell it for $45. Ashley says I'd pick this up for $5 and sell it for $60. Carol says I'd pick this up for $2, but I would sell it for $45. Oh, okay. I learned something new today. Thank you for letting us know that, Angie. I did not know that. There's a company that started Dungeons and Dragons, so that's what the D&D means. Cool. All right. Now, this item sold on eBay. Let me get back to the discussion here. TSR, which is what the Dungeons and Dragons was before a household name. All right, so she listed this on June the 30th, and it sold July the 5th. Not bad. And I don't know how much she paid for it. And she sold it for $55 for a 500-piece puzzle from Dungeons and Dragons. Yes, I sure will. I didn't know that. Speaking of Dungeons and Dragons, we have another one coming right on up with TSR. This one is a TSR 1980 first edition. It's a book presented by TSR. Advanced D&D Adventures game. The Game Wizards. This is from 1980. I don't know nothing about no Dungeons and Dragons, but this book does look interesting. I'm not sure what all that is. Clerical quick reference chart. Okay. Let's see. Yes, definitely. I will. Definitely, I would. Sorry, paid 10. Okay, you paid 10. She paid $10 for this one. Okay. Not bad. Okay. Jerry, hello, good morning and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see you, DD. Yeah, I know, but I never could find any. Let's see. Regina says I would pick this up for $2 and sell it for $70. Miss Denise says I'd pass. Ashley says pick this up for 10 and sell it for 80. Robert says pick this up for 3 and sell it for 40. Mars says I'd pick this up for $2.89 and sell it for $321.54. Colleen says I'd pick this up for $8 and sell it for $70. Claudette says I'd pick this up for 4 and sell it for $25. Carol says I would pick this up for 1 and sell it for $55. If you're talking about people paying crazy prices for something, look up stapler from GameStop. It's over 18 grand right now. What? Wow. Started. Oh, I didn't know that. Okay. I never heard of that one. I gotta look and see what that is. What is stapler from GameStop? You know, I'll be looking that up. I'll Google it because I don't know what that is. Interesting. I've gamed with people that gamed with Garrett. Okay. All right. So with this one, yeah, you did, Craig. Let's see here. This book was actually for Angie's husband. She listed it on June the 20th, and it sold July the 1st. And it sold for $65. You saw the condition of the book. Not bad. Not bad at all. All right, now let me go to the next list of items. These came in from Carol, from her husband. Yes, her husband, Stephen, does do items on the... Oh, no, mine. I got 2 more from Angie. All right, so the next one is from Angie. The next 2 also. All right, this next item from Angie is Blue Milk Glass Souvenir Creamer and Sugar, Lakefield, Minnesota, Westmoreland Glass Set. I've sold one like this, but in the dark blue milk glass. But it was a coffee mug. Had the same base. All right, so would you buy this or would you leave it? If you were to buy it, what would be the most you pay for it and how much you think it might have sold for? My bad. It's at 217 grand. It still has 5 to go. Oh, it must be on an auction. The Player's Handbook. Okay. That's an awesome deal. I'm going to have to look up the shade and see what P&D stuff is picking up. Yeah, you're right about that one. All right, Claudette says, I'd pick this up for $7 and sell it for $89. I knew Robert was going to say keep it. Pick it up for 10 and keep it, because Robert collects this kind of stuff. Let's see. Cool, Angie. Carol says, pick this up for 4 and sell it for $89. Ms. Denise says, I'd pick this up for 5 and sell it for $49. Regina says, I'd pick this up for $2 and sell it for $45. Colleen says, I would pick this up for 3 and sell it for $50. Michael, hello, good morning and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see you sitting up the new office. Awesome, Michael. Looking forward to seeing some videos, of course. And then Mara came in and says that buy it for $5.54 and sell it for $37.31. Ashley says I would pick this up for 5 and sell it for $60. Westmoreland actually is a good brand for glassware. Yeah. All right, let's see what she tells me in her email. I showed this on a Monday market a few times, no interest. So she listed it on eBay. Listed it on June the 24th. And it sold on July the 7th. And Angela says, pick this up for $8 and sell it for $50. And she only paid, she bought it at a rummage sale for $5 for the set. $5 for the set. And she sold it for, now mind you, she only listed it on June the 24th, and it sold July the 7th. Not long, it didn't take long. She sold it for $50. Sold it for $50. All right. Now this next item, I've sold one of these with the box, so I was not surprised at what it sold for. This next one is a Bath and Body Works 2016 Haunted House Halloween Luminary Candle Holder Retired Piece. Here's the pictures. 2016. Oh, it's got, okay, I see it. The base is, okay, so it's off the base. Okay. So would you buy this or would you leave it? And if you were to buy it, what would be the most you pay for it and how much you think it might have sold for? Carol says, pick this up for $5 and sell it for $125. There's the link to the Texas Relief Fund next Sunday, Saturday the 19th. Save your reminder. Ms. Denise says I would pass. Robert says I would leave it. I would buy it because I've sold one of these before. And it had its original box and everything. And the styrofoam, which helped. And I got it at a church sale for that. A fill-a-bag. I love those for $5. Ashland says, pick this up for $10 and sell it for $60. Claudette says, I would buy it for $2.50 and sell it for $35. Regina says, I would pick this up for $10 and sell it for $80. Myra says, I would pick this up for $6.66 and sell it for $72.84. Angela says, I would pick this up for $4 and I would turn it into $45. What's up, Buffalo Picker? Good morning, Tommy. How are you doing? Good to see you. Welcome. Don't forget, he does the Buffalo Picker Defend the Hustle every Sunday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Laylo says, I would pick this up for $50. Or is that 50 cents? $50 and sell it for $200, but I would keep it. Good to see you, Buffalo Picker. That's Tommy. I watched I was able to be in your live last week. That was awesome. Stats, hello, good morning, and welcome. El Castle for $5 and sell it for $30. Are y'all ready for this one? Are y'all sitting down? Are y'all ready for this one? Remember, it's a Bath and Body Works 2016 Haunted House candle holder. It is retired. All right. So she picked this up. Let's see. Bought it at a private pickup. Bought it on a private pick for $40. She had it listed for $145. She did take an offer and took that offer for $132. Had it listed for $140, but took an offer for $132. Yep. Awesome. Awesome. All right. Now we're going to go on over to the items that Carol sent in from her husband, Steven. Yes, he does sell. I think he has 2 different stores on eBay, by the way. All right. Let's go on to the next item. Craig, I think we found your marbles, by the way, because that's what I'm going to show, some marbles. So we might have found them. They just sold. All right. This is a large vintage antique German Latino core swirl glass marble. We just found them, Craig. They're gone. They sold. They're no longer there. So you got to look them up. Find them. Pretty cool marble. I've never seen one like this before. Reminds me of the peppermint candies. Yep, exactly, Lalo. Just one? I thought he had a couple of them. Okay. They're your marbles. Okay, I wasn't sure. I thought they might have been Craig's. Well, the next one might be Craig's. There's another one coming up. Robert says, pick this up for $5 and sell it for $50. Well, that says, pick this up for $6 and sell it for $32. And I will say it was on a bidding on eBay. It was a bidding on eBay. Myra says, pick this up for 7 cents and sell it for $8.75. Remember, y'all, it is an antique German swirl glass marble from Germany. Regina says, pick this up for $4 and sell it for $35. If I found marbles like this, I would definitely list them and pick them up. Yes, that's true, Lalelo. That's right. And now those go for a little bit more too sometimes, depending on the marble and the condition. All right. So let me get into the description in the email because this was an auction item. Let's see. Steve and her husband picked these up at Savers in a bag with 5 other large marbles. Paid $3. The total bag was $3. So about 50 cents for each of the marbles. He started placing it on the bids. The highest bid was, which I'm not understanding this, because the highest bid was $131. Steve let it run out. In the auction, there was many inches. Ended up selling it for the person who bid $131. So it looks like it sold for $131 on an auction. But what I'm confused about is it says here, ended $74.99. I'm not sure why, but evidently he sold it for $131, but here it says it's $74.99 and had 2 bids. Let's see what it says. I've never did this with auctions before. Will it open for me? All right, Mara. All right, it's not going to open. Oh, maybe so. Oh, well. But yep. And of course, Angela says she would pass. Didn't take best offer? Okay. We sold it for $131, y'all. Awesome. Now, this might be Craig's marble. This next marble is also a large 1.84 inches antique Slufid Germany marble with a sitting dog inside. Looks like a Great Dane. I'm not sure. You can't hardly make it out, but it is a dog in there. It does have some chips. 1.84 inches. Would you buy this or would you leave it? If you were to buy it, what would be the most you pay for it and how much you think it sold for? Robert says, pick this up for 10 and sell it for 150. I'm laughing at what it sold for. All right. Regina says, pick this up for 50 cents and sell it for 200. Colleen says, pick this up for $1 and sell it for $170. Shooter, sort of size marble. Yep. Claudette says, pick this up for $5 and sell it for $68. Wow, that only took 2 weeks to sell. Lalo says, I would pay $5 and keep it. I have a problem. Nah. Yeah. Especially, but I guess because of the chips on it, maybe. I don't know. But I've never seen a marble like that and it looks like it's sitting in snow. Pretty cool. All right, so the same bag of marbles, I'm assuming, because it was 50 cents. Took an offer, and that offer was for $69. That's why I was laughing. Sold it for $69. Yep. Now, these next pair that I'm getting ready to show you, I've sold this pair before. This is a good pair, a good name. You might want to be looking for these. This is the Gargles Sunglasses Field of Play Flip 8 sunglasses. They flip, they the kind that flip up and down. You don't have to keep taking them off when you need to change your glass from seeing from the sunglasses. Field of Play Flip 8 Gargles. At first, I thought they were flight goggles for the air pilots. You can gift. There you go. Thank you so much, Stats. That is cool. Yeah. That was pretty marbles. Let's see here. Claudette says I would pass. Colleen says I'd pick this up for $5 and sell it for $55. Robert says pick this up for $2 and sell it for $33. Wow. Yeah, this is a good brand to look out for when it comes to sunglasses, y'all. I've sold a pair of this brand before. But I hardly ever find them. Regina says pick this up for $5 and sell it for $75. Wow. Yeah, they are weird looking, but weird can pay good money too. Angie says pick it up for $5. Oops, she said retract. Yeah, it is. But it's those flip kind that you can flip up and down when you're using them. But at first I thought they were for pilots. Angie says pick this up for $5 and sell it for $50. Steve, which is Carol's husband, picked this up at Goodwill for $4 off the sunglass rack from the sunglasses, $4, and sold it for, he's had it for over a year, but that's okay because it sold for $157.62, where here it says $139.99. So I'm not sure why the prices are different, but sold it for $139. But the email, she says it sold for $157.62. But again, still over $100. Yep. Great brand. That is a nice flip. Okay, he did take an offer. Okay. So it was for $139.99. All right, this next item was also sent in by Stephen through Carol. This is a Smothers and Branson hand-stitched needlepoint belt, size 32, blue, golf cross clubs. Solid brass. Golf clubs, 36. There's the pictures. It's a belt. Everybody's saying, wow, yeah, exactly. That's a good brand. All right, Regina says pick this up for $1 and sell it for $65. Claudette says pick this up for $2 and sell it for $36. Robert says pick this up for $5 and sell it for $40. Colleen says pick this up for $1 and sell it for $24. Ella. Hello, good morning and welcome, Ella. How are you doing? Good to see you. Hope you're feeling better. Miss Denise says, as the music is playing for Ella, Denise says, pick this up for $2 and sell it for $65. Awesome, Ella. All right, evidently this was on an auction bid. And let's see here. Pick this up at Salvation Army in Massachusetts for $4. It took about 2 weeks to sell. It sold for full asking price of $55. See, I wouldn't know what to put on auction like that because, again, I don't know. I just put all mine, buy it now. Best offer. I don't really do anything with auctions like that on eBay. Ella says she's going to ship herself to you. All right. Now, the next item was sent in by Ashley. Here's Ashley's brought up item. This is a vintage old Sturbridge Village Masonic aqua glass bottle Eagle Mason. Pretty blue. Okay, I see the masonry. JHP. Pretty blue. Looks like that might have been a chip. That makes for a pretty colorful bottle. It has must have been some kind of medicine bottle, maybe. Great details on this bottle. All right, so would you buy this or would you leave it? If you were to buy it, what would be the most you pay for it and how much you think it sold for? Let's see. Gate Master, hello, good morning and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see you. Welcome. Ash Lee. ASH and then LEE. Ash Lee. Carol says, pick this up for $2 and sell it for $125. Odette says, pick this up for $4.50 and sell it for $70. Miss Denise says, pick this up for 50 cents and sell it for $25. Regina says, pick this up for $5 and sell it for $65. Robert says, I'd pick this up for $1 and sell it for $30. That's really beautiful. Stat says, pick this up for $3 and sell it for $15. That's correct. Ash Lee. Wishing you all a safe, great. You too, Gate Smasher. Thank y'all so much. I'm back. There's no right or wrong answer, Stats. It's just a good way to have fun on the Friday before going outsourcing. If you go outsourcing, it's all good. It's all in fun. There's no right or wrong answers. It's about having fun before the weekend. Yeah. All right. So Ashley says to me in her email, let's see, pick this up at the Salvation Army. Am I opening the wrong thing? Hold on, y'all. All right, that was the first one. Let me go to Ashley's. I'm on the wrong email, y'all. Lord Jesus. There we go. Let's see. Oh, okay. Let's see. Scarlett says, pick this up for, I've always got the right answer. It's only worth whatever buys are thinking it's worth. Exactly. Scarlett says, pick this up for $3 and sell it for $69. Always $69, right? Ellen says, pick this up for $5 and sell it for $25. Angie says, pick this up for $3 and sell it for $25. Scarlett. She bought this at a garage sale for $1. It only took 2 weeks to sell. 2 weeks. Bought it for $1. And she did take an offer. And it sold for, she had to list it for $39.75. And she took an offer for $25 plus shipping. It only took 2 weeks to sell. Awesome. And yes, there was a chip at the bottom of the glass, but it still sold. That's what I'm talking about. It's a pretty bottle. All right, now we go down to the next page. This next item. This is a 2018 die-cast figurine robot, white. It's new sealed. It plays 6 different sounds. It also makes music. It taps and you play it, and it's almost like a little toy. It comes in a series of 3. It was new sealed, die cast. It's got the sensors built in. It plays 6 different sounds, interactive technology, and movable body parts. Tap the head for sounds, and it makes all the lights all light up and the eyes light up and all that kind of stuff. It's like a little toy robot. Let's see. Ashley says, note. And this is the Ashley who sold that bottle, by the way. Note this is a replica, not the original. Originals can go for even. Oh, really? Wow. Thank you for sharing that, Ashley. I didn't realize that was a replica. It's a pretty bottle. Thank you for sharing that, Ashley. Lenore, hello, good morning, and welcome back. How are you doing? Good to see you. Claudette says, I would pay $3 for this and sell it for $39. Angela says, pick this up for $3 and sell it for $40. Ms. Denise says, pick this up for $2 and sell it for $45. Robert says, pick this up for 50 cents and sell it into $20. Carol says, I would pick this up for $5 and sell it for $75. Regina says, pick this up for $5 and sell it for $25. Angie says, oh, I'd pass. I'd pass. That's okay. No big deal. Good morning, John, the reseller. Hello, good morning, and welcome. And how are you doing? Welcome to the Gator Pit. All right, so this one, I had it listed for over a year, so I took an offer. Ashley says, pick it up for $5. Come on, show me. Right there. Pick it up for $5 and sell it for $29. I did have this in my shop, my eBay store for over a year. I bought this at a garage sale for $1. It was new sealed. Picked it up for $1. Someone sent me an offer and said, would you take? So I say, yeah, I'll let you have it with no problem. Sure. And $1 into 20? Yep. I had it listed for $25.84. They asked if I'd take 20 and I'll let them have it with no problem. I had it in my store for a year. So I said, why not? Now, this next item, I normally never, ever, ever pick this stuff up. But I couldn't resist this one. This next item is, it's a memory card. It's a thing you would add to your computer for your desktop. It's for plays faster, works smarter. It is a 2 gigabyte DDR2. It's a memory board to add to a computer, to a laptop, desktop, whichever. I don't know nothing about it. It was new sealed, never broken, still sealed, factory sealed. You use the compatible computers it's compatible for. There's all that tech stuff. I don't know nothing about this. I had to Google it, but it's okay. No problem. It's a RAM for your computer. All right, let's see what the chat is saying. Brother John in the house, no problem. Yep, I always accept offers. Robert says for free and turn it into $10. Regina says I would leave it. Claudette says pay $5 and sell it for $60. Lalo says I would pass because I have no idea what it is. I almost passed on it, but I got picked it up. Angela says pick it, pass. Pass. Angie also says I would pass. Colleen says I would pick this up for $2 and turn it into 20. Stats says buy it for $5 and sell it for $50. I got this at a garage sale. Yes, it also took a year to sell, but that's okay. I can ignore you too, John. Oh, now we're ignoring everybody. What's up with that? I picked this up at a garage sale a year ago for $1. $1. New sealed. I took an offer. I let them have it with no problem again. $1. They sent me an offer and I accepted it. $36.92. I let him have it with no problem. Only paid $1 for it. Yep. I let him have it. I love taking offers. I don't mind. But yeah, sold it for $36.92 and bought it for $1 at a garage sale. Brand new sealed. That's the kind of stuff I love picking up at garage sales. Yep. And that will conclude our Would You Buy It or Would You Leave It, as we do this every Friday. If you have any items you would like to share with me, don't forget to email me before 5 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on the next Friday morning. Someone needed to learn about Amazon or AliExpress. Someone needs to learn about Amazon. Oh, because hey, I sold it. That's all that matters. As long as I don't get it back, as long as it don't get returned, I'm happy with that. Yep. So don't forget to send me your links in the emails. When you do send me your links, please send me the link to the item that's sold, or if you can do me a screenshot of the item that's sold, what platform, or like in Carol's case, she sent me the item number that sold, which was pretty cool because I was able to find those with no problem. And also, in the email, make sure you include how much you bought it for, where did you buy it, how long it took to sell if you know, if you remember, and if you took an offer, what was that offer for? And we do this every Friday morning. Okay, children settling down, everyone come in, sit in the carpet. Mr. Johnny is entertain us. I will be on Josie's place at 4 today. That's right, every Friday, right? I believe so. Yes, it is. I'm at the bar. Yeah, I know, Robert. Hey, no, don't send them there. No, don't send them there. All right, let me drop some links in the chat. No, I want them to stay here. Yeah, they sent me an offer and I accepted it. Again, some things like that do take a year or more to sell, which I'm fine with, because that stuff's set in I have these little drawers of stuff that are just like miscellaneous stuff. Electronics in my electronics section. Yeah. It didn't take much space. I got multiple stuff in that drawer, so it worked. All right, so here's the links that are going in right now. There's Jennifer's channel, her Etsy store, and here's her Buy Hero Milkshake. For all that she does, remember that she does this all on her phone. And there's the links for Josie's. Make sure you set your reminders. Copy. And if you would like to come on up, and you have events going on this weekend that you would like to put up and promote up here, you're more than welcome to come on up. The link will be in the chat momentarily. And when you do come up, you just got to make sure your camera and your mic is connected, because it will not let you up here unless you have them both connected. And then I'll just verify that it's you. And there we go. And let me pin that to the top. And it'll be there momentarily. And I can close that. Stop sharing screen. Oh, that was a lot of tabs this morning. But that's all good. It's all good. All right, let's see here. There's Josie and Dee's link. Oh, thank you, Claudette. I try. I do my best. Sometimes it ain't good enough, but I try. How do you store in labels if you keep? Wait, how do you store in label if you keep it to find it? I have the way I do my storage listed items. I have everything in compartments that are categories. Like for example, when you walk into my listed items in my walk-in closet right there, the first thing you'll see to your left is all electronics. Anything having to do with electronics, unless it's a smaller item. And then I have some drawers that are like these organizing drawers that are kept on the next to it, and then I keep those in there. I kind of keep everything together in categories. So for me, I can just go directly there, open that drawer because I know where it's at. For example, I'm only using it as an example. Say I had to go somewhere and I was out of town, or I had to go to a hospital or doctors or whatever, and something showed and somebody was working for me. Heaven forbid I don't have that happen, but I can tell them exactly where it is because I know how I keep all my inventory. I have, when you walk in, I have the top shelves are all games on the left side. On the right side is crafting and baking, like for your kitchen. I have a whole section for puzzles. I have a whole second walk-in closet that's all action figures, Funko Pops. I have everything in categories. That's how I'm able to find what I sell, no matter how long it takes to sell. I have everything in categories. Then what I do is in my SKU, you can use that for to keep it where you at, or I use it for how much I bought it for and where did I buy it. And that's how I keep that label, knowing what I paid for it and where did I get it. That's how I do it. But I do mine in categories. And like I have another walk-in closet that's behind me on that side that I have like all Barbie dolls, holidays like Christmas. I have them all in one section. I have Christmas all in one section, Halloween in one section. I have outdoors. Everything's in categories and sections. And that's how I keep my inventory. Miss Ella will be live soon, I think in 30 minutes. I don't know. Is she going to be live today? Johnny the man, he's got it all. Mr. Organizer. And I have to be, yeah. You could also put into the in located. Yep, you can use your SKU for that too, but I don't because I use mine in categories, which for me is what works for me. I should have waited. You're good, Robert. Yeah, I do have everything in categories, including like Halloween, Christmas, Easter. I have that in my other closet because I have multiple smaller shelves that I keep shelves for that. And also like for coffee mugs, I keep all coffee mugs in one area. So Barbie dolls, outdoor stuff, cars for you, like cars and tools. All that's in categories. So I know exactly where to go when it sells. Thank you for explaining so much stuff and kind of overwhelming. And I understand that because some people use totes. Now, don't get me wrong, I do use totes, but when I use totes, it's mainly for like plush. I have like a whole section, a big old wall floor jewelry box that I keep all my jewelry in, but I also have shelves and drawers next to it that I have like gift boxes and I have them separated into brooches, necklaces, gift sets, Avon. I have everything in categories, and that's what helps me. But again, it may help you if you do it in categories, or if you go in and maybe put them in totes. But if you do, then use the SKU, like Robert said, use that SKU to put where you put them at. That's what helps me. But I use it for what I bought it for and where did I buy it. My custom SKUs tell me where the bin is. And yep, and you can do that. Yep, you can put them in bins. Some people do it better with bins. I'd rather that. But if I'm using bins, it's more like for plush. I do have the long hat bins for like hats. Then I have another long bin for all Hot Wheels. Purses and handbags. I keep those in separate containers too. 10 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Sorry to be late. Oh, you're good. Silver Hair Stackers live. We need Halloween in July, not Christmas. Halloween. Yeah, right. I believe it or not, I sell Christmas and Halloween all year round. I must look into the custom SKU thing. Yeah, if you look into a listing in eBay, you will notice that when you go to do your listing, after your title, it says SKU. Anything you type in there can be where you located it, where you have it stored. If it's in a bin, you can put the bin number. I use it for where I bought it from and how much I paid for it. So you can use it for most anything.
I have almost 3,000 listings now. I've been listing every day. Let's see. And the SKU thing is easy, which is better if you use crates, because some people use clear crates would even be better. Channel tonight, 5 special game night tomorrow night. George and Vince. Yep, I use a combination of all of it. Come live with me, Johnny, and fix my house, please. That would be fun. Stats, I stay very organized. You have to. Yeah, you have to be organized. And that's one of the things I always recommend if you're just starting out, whether you're doing YouTube auctions, try to get yourself in an organized situation where it's easy for you. Because I can I can tell you exactly where everything's at. Now, don't get me wrong. There's every now and then it's like, wait, why is that not where I put it? I know it belongs here. Oh, that's right. It belongs over there. So that's why it was over there. Yeah. So I have 2 separate closets, and one closet it's a long walk-in closet. And actually, you know the intro that I have that I'm coming down the aisle? That is my walk-in closet with my inventory. Yeah, you have to. I got almost 3,000. I'm working towards 3,000 listings. I think that's what I have. Let me see what it was as of this morning, my listings. Because I did listings this morning again. But I'm getting close to 3,000 active. Total is 2,379. So I got a ways to go to get to 3,000, but which is a good thing because the more I sell, the more I list, the more I sell, the more I can get to 3,000, which is I'm okay with. That's a good problem to have. I use clear bins, and a lot of people do too. Now, for me, only time I don't use clear bins is when most of it's like in plush. And I have like this long plush container that's all bigger plush, and then I have the smaller plush in another one. It's all whatever works best for you. Not everybody's going to have the same layout for organizing that works for someone else. So do what's best for you. Never worry about what somebody else is doing, but do what's best for you and what's easy for you. How many sales do you get per day? It varies. Depends on the platforms too. Like right now in the summertime, it's always slow. So I might get 5 sales a day. It all depends. But this time of year is always slow. But I'm always running sales. I'm always taking offers and that kind of stuff. I have the space for it, so I'm okay with that. That's why a lot of times, now that I'm doing several auctions, a lot of times if I have multiples of something, now mind you, that's a total of what is multiples as well, not just each listing. That's how many items I have listed. A lot of things are multiples. If I have multiples lately, I've been bringing it to and taking it off my eBay store once it sells at the Mullywood Squares on the last Thursday of each month. I've been clearing out my inventory by doing that and bringing it to an auction like the Mullywood Squares. That way I have multiples and I can get rid of it. And then if I don't sell all of it, it brings my count down because then I can go in and adjust how many I have left on hand, which helps me with inventory. And I got more room to put more stuff. Are you locked in? Hello, good morning, and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see you. I'm going to have to send you an email to find out. I like your comment you left in the jot form. I need to get with you. And thank you for coming back in. Check it out, y'all. Are you locked in? Is new to our community. Thank you for coming back in. That's right. Let's be great together. Little Debbie. Okay, your name's making me want a little. You know, every time you look up her channel, if you don't have her link, it brings it to Little Debbie Snacks. Robert says, I have my stuff that's been listed since 2021. I need to revamp store. And that's a lot of times we have to do that, which I do. I always look at everything that, and when I run sales, it's anything that's 365 days or older. Is when I do most of my big push on my sales, which I'll be doing this week or this weekend. You better know it. It's been a minute. Thank you for coming back in. Well, everybody, is getting to that time. My numbers are going down. You got other shows coming up. You got Silver Hair Stacker live. You got Ella coming up at 10 o'clock being live on her channel. That's saved here first. And there's many, many more. Don't forget to check out the community calendar. If you have any special events and you would like to be on the calendar, leave me a comment. Also, don't forget, every time you leave a comment from any live shows, uploaded videos on this channel, it entitles you to an entry for the moon pie giveaway that I do on the first Monday of each month. But also there's a new thing. If you shout out any live shows that I do and you promote it on your channel and promote it and push and tag me in it, I also add you now to the moon pie comment giveaway. That's just another way to promote the channel. And if you do, your name gets put on the list for that as well. And just says, Little Debbie, I sell between 5 to 10 items a day with eBay and Party. Also big numbers. Yeah, and it all depends on the time of year too. I am ready, Jennifer. Debbie's going live. Oh, okay, Little Debbie. So with that being said, like I said before in each and every show, don't forget to check out the calendar and let me know if you would like to be added on it. If you have any special events that you got going on a regular basis, let me know by going to the comment section of the community tab. So as I say before I end each and every show, like as always, the link is at the top of the chat. If you have any questions or you want to come chit chat, that link is at the top of the chat. You're more than welcome to join me after the show is over. And as I say before I end each and every show, hope everybody has a great weekend. Be safe. Stay hydrated if you're in an area that is high in temperatures. And as I say before I end each and every show, love always. Love is always free. Please be kind to one another till we meet into another chat. Have a blessed and fabulous day. And until we meet again, later. Peace out. And y'all come back now. You hear?
First in the mornings, originally from the Bayou State of Louisiana. Here at Cajun Roots Reseller, you make me an offer and I'll take it. You got the dollars, go see Johnny, he's got it all.